G'day, lovely day for a walk, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it sure is.
Hey, you f***ing piece of shit, dog walkers ought to be f***ing ashamed of yourselves. You guys are scum like smelly little
Dude, are you getting any of this?
The dogs poop out
Nope.
and go and you know how it is.
At least once in your life, you'll encounter another person who displays either unusual or unconventional behaviour. They could be screaming profanities at the top of their lungs, or ranting about their favourite conspiracy theory. And usually the first thing that'll pop into your head will be, what is wrong with this person? Well, it is easy to think that and write them off as just being another, quote, crazy person. I think it's also easy to forget that many of these perspectives and worldviews are coming from angles that you're not used to, and that's what throws most people off. How do I know? Because I've had a few funny and interesting encounters myself in the past, which I'll be talking about in this video. Before I start, I want to make it crystal clear that I am not mocking the people depicted in these scenes. I'm only showing and describing these events as they happened. The first example happened at the Christchurch Art Gallery, where I was attending a public memorial service in honour of the late Bill Hammond. Bill Hammond was a Kiwi artist who was renowned for his unique bird artwork, and for producing masterpieces such as The Fall of Icarus, Jingle Jangle Morning, and Shag Pile. Yes, he actually called it that. Members of the audience were invited to come up on stage and say a few words about his life and how he inspired everyone, and I was one of them. Bill Hammond was a major influence on some of my artwork in high school, and I wanted to pay my respects to him. A few other speakers also said some words about him, and then this old guy comes up on stage. He wasn't in the audience before, and looks like he was just wandering aimlessly around the gallery before he walked up onto the stage. He walks up to the podium, and then he starts ranting stuff like, oh yeah, I'm sorry this guy's dead, I'm sure he was a cool guy. Oh, there's some cool artwork upstairs, you can check that out, there's some over there too. Like, he obviously had no idea what was going on, or even who Bill Hammond was. He was most likely thinking this was his moment to have his 5 seconds of fame, but come on! He could have picked a better moment. Say, not in the middle of a memorial service? While everyone thought it was a bit awkward, they still applauded for him after he was finished, so, you know what? Good for him. I hope he enjoyed having his big moment. Now let's have a look at a more extreme example. This encounter happened back in 2021 where I was taking my old dog Mac for a walk. You know, back when he was still alive. We were at the park, Mac was having a run around with the other dogs, and then yet another old guy comes out of nowhere. He was wearing ragged old clothing, pushing a shopping cart right through the middle of the park and screaming profanities at the top of his lungs such as,
Hey! You dog walkers are f***ing scum! You are all going to burn in hell! You'll be first to die when COVID comes back into the country!
Meanwhile, me and the other dog walkers were just standing there completely bewildered by what was happening.
What the hell is happening?
I'll admit at the time I found it a wee bit funny. Like, if being a kind, loving owner of an animal makes me evil, then yeah, I guess he's right. Hey Mackie, am I gonna burn in hell just because I love you, feed you, take you for walks every day? Yes I am! Yes I am! Ironically, this happened just 2 days before New Zealand went back into lockdown level 4 due to the COVID Delta variant getting into the country. So either it was just amazing coincidence, or maybe that old guy was onto something. The final example I have isn't so much of behaviour, it's just more having an eccentric personality or passion, which in itself can be perceived as being unusual to other people depending on the context. It was when me and my family were visiting LA during a family holiday. We were at the arena in town watching the basketball game between the Lakers and the Clippers. I think. I remember the game being really fun to watch, which is saying something because I'm not really a big basketball fan.
Come on, slam dunk!
What really caught my attention though was this one guy in the aisles across the hall from where we were sitting. He was obviously such a huge basketball fan and was so hyped up and interested in what was happening, screaming at the top of his lungs in support of the Lakers. And this went on throughout the whole game. Like, seriously. You're watching the game and every 20 to 30 seconds you would hear,
Yeah, come on, Lakers. You f***ing got it.
This got so many laughs out of me and the other audience members. He even managed to start a chant at one point with everyone joining in.
Let's go Lakers, let's go!
Let's go Lakers, let's go!
Let's go Lakers, let's go!
Now, back home in Aotearoa, we have a lot of people who are really into sports. But I had never seen anyone who was this invested and enthusiastic about a game before. Like, he was just loving every second of it and didn't give two shits about what anyone thought of him. Honestly, I think I remember him more than the actual game. And those are some of my top encounters with some interesting characters. Now the question is, why do some people act like this? Well, honestly, it could be any number of things. Mental illness, dementia, drugs, frustration with life, eccentric personalities, the list goes on. At first it's easy to just laugh at them or write them off as just being another crazy person. But the truth is, you never really know what's going through someone's head at the time. And who knows? Chances are maybe you've been in a position where you've been deemed to be the weird one. So, next time you see someone exhibiting odd behaviour, unless said behaviour is harmful to themselves or to other people, you should cut them a bit of slack. You don't necessarily have to agree or comply with anything they're saying. Just try to approach the situation with a little bit more empathy and understanding, that's all. I know that sounds hypocritical coming from a guy on a YouTube video, but you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you for watching. And special thanks goes to Awesome May and the Rushlight Invader for lending their voices to this
What the hell is happening?
We're recording the video outro.
I'm done, bye.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. Hopefully those are okay. Make sure to subscribe to Sproatoonz. Really good channel, dude. Keep it up.
Aw, thanks, mate. And yes, you should definitely do all those things Awesome May said. And I'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Rushlight Invader, and I just went boop boop. Alright, thanks for watching.